Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video here on Ondo. Had to cover it, of course. Yesterday we got some great news about the Binance listing of Ondo. Great, very deserved. It's almost, I would say, a little bit late. It should have been listed beginning of 2024, in my opinion. But ultimately, it's good news. I cannot find it that quickly right here, but it's true, right? Or am I delusional? I think I saw it. I think some other good. Yeah, here you can see. It's Ondo, big time in Virtuals protocol and earned by crypto, and before that they launched it. So that's great, right? That's great news for Ondo, which I've always said I think fundamentally is one of the most interesting projects right here. Not necessarily that they've made something hugely innovative, which they did do something. Or at least they succeeded in something a lot of projects did not succeed in. But I think with their ties to Securitize and therefore BlackRock, and also their stablecoin, which is pretty widely used, and stablecoins obviously being a huge industry in crypto right now, or at least a huge hype factor. I'd say Ondo fundamentally is positioned perfectly. Now the Binance news, obviously that's going to do something for the price short term. Didn't really do anything for the TVL, as you can see. But the volume we saw for Ondo, ultimately, the price structure here for Ondo is very, very clear and still the same. All right, we're basically consolidating right here between the value area low at 78 cents, and you can drag that down a bit, but ultimately 78 cents seems to be the most important level. And then we have this main resistance level around 90 cents, all right? And that's also like the value area high is at 89. It's the area, right? It's never one price. So we're still in that range, all right? And the last time I covered Ondo was when we had quite a lot of strength on Wednesday. Wednesday, Ondo was one of the best recovery altcoins. Maybe some insiders knew that a listing like this was coming. You never know. But then the volume was very, very high. And then yesterday, the volume after the listing was also quite high and sustained. And that's also why, look, I am going to tell you to be cautious, all right? It's the weekend, volume is dropping across the board. The fundamentals around the crypto market are still incredibly volatile and unstable, as most of you know. So what I'm going to tell you is my conservative approach to Ondo. But one of the main things that actually interested me and also hyped me up slightly was that strength we saw. All right, and then outside of that, also the strength in the markets and just in general the potential that brings, which means I zoomed in a little bit too earlier, but that means that I think we need to be ready for a breakout above 90 cents. Do I expect that today or tomorrow? No. Do I think it's a possibility for next week? Yes, all right, and that's what we should be prepared for. Now, short term, with Bitcoin being at a massive resistance level right here, the market's being relatively unstable, and unfortunately, Ondo leaving quite a lot of imbalances to the downside. You can see a single print from the TPO right here. That's an imbalance we might feel. You see two single prints right here. Those are imbalances. You have a naked POC right here, which we have to fill. So a lot of imbalances to the downside. So that's why, unfortunately, what I'll have to tell you. And right now, that's also, we broke above the value area high right here, and now have reclaimed below that. So technically, short term, that's also some confirmation. But because of that, I'd say it's most likely that we are going to fill those imbalances first, right? So the main first support is around 84 cents, and then ultimately we can drop down into 78. But 78 cents and the area around that, given that the market is relatively stable, for me is a buying area. And I do think from there we'll be able to hold support, get back into resistance, and eventually break out. But if I see some indications that a breakout is looming, I'll be the first to tell you. For now, I think this is what you need to know, at least for Ondo. So that's it. So thank you for watching. Have a great weekend, of course, and bye.